Let me make sure I got these questions pulled
Oh
up.
boy, I should brush my hair, man.
Oh, you look straight. You look good. Ladies man. Yes, sir.
My wife always saying, brush your hair. Brush my hair. I'm me, baby boo.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
While laughing at the moon.
My name is Ken Wright, and I'm a professional artist. I'm an abstract painter and have been for many years that I've done this, 50 plus years. And I'm from Richmond, Virginia, where I reside here right now in Hampton Roads. You know, Benji, growing up in Richmond, in my childhood, my father was an artist before me. And I would watch my father as he would be on the drawing board. I'd watch him sometimes painting scenes of Richmond, scenes of the black community. We would go to the museum in Richmond, the Museum of Fine Arts. And that's where we kind of got a touch more of art in the world. Growing up there and going to school in Richmond and so forth, I decided my career is going to either be in the arts as an artist or maybe a professional basketball player or a musician, because that's a part of my background as well. My father was a musician and his father before him was a musician. So I said it's going to be one of the three things. So art was just speaking to me to be an artist. You know, the thing about Norfolk State, it gave me the opportunity to study under another art professor. Alex Jackson was my first art professor at Norfolk State, and he taught me values of painting. He taught me to understand not just the painting itself, but why and who you are as a painter. And that kind of worked on me as a bit as to trying to understand what did that mean to me. At the Virginian Pilot newspaper, right here in Norfolk, I was a graphic artist, doing illustration, page design. First African-American to do such over at the newspaper. I was the commissioner of art for the state of Virginia. I was one of 13 commissioners. Artists of color, for example, we have so much value. We have so much understanding of the art. But we have so much that we overlook in so many times and so many places. So it was my journey as an arts commissioner to make sure that some of those grants were funded to black artists. So I'm just proud to say I was one of the commissioners that stood up for people of color. You know, I'm a horseman. And of course, even growing up in Richmond, in the city, my dad would take us out, my brothers and my sister, out to a ranch that was outside of Richmond that had horses. And that's where I learned to ride horses. And in fact, that's where my love for horses started. And so as I became an adult, I wondered why and where are the black cowboys? Where are men of color, women of color that ride, have horses, are cowboys? Where are they? Where are we? Where are we? So I started looking, and we started this club of black cowboys, the Buffalo Riders. We started that club. And what happened there, we started to parade through cities. We started speaking engagements, talking to people about the black cowboy. And I would talk to folks of color, people of color, and they would say to me, Ken, there are no black cowboys and cowgirls. I don't know of any that I can call a name. And then I said, I understand. I understand where you're coming from, because growing up, my hero was Roy Rogers. I know you don't remember that. You were too young to remember. Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, they were my heroes, but they were not black cowboys. And then as I started looking at history and studying history, I found people like Bill Pickett, who was a black cowboy. He was a rodeo rider. He was a bulldogger. And what that means, he would jump off of his horse onto the back of a bull, and he would throw him to the ground. And they still do that event today in rodeos. Bill Pickett was the first. Then Tom Bass, people like that, back in the 1800s, you know, were black cowboys. To myself, I need to write a book. I need to write a book, Benji, about that history. The black cowboy and the Buffalo Soldier. Now the Buffalo Soldiers fought in the Army, 9th and 10th Cavalry, on horseback. Then you had the 25th, 23rd, 24th Infantry, foot soldiers, black men on horses, coming out of slavery, 1866. Don't you remember? Weren't you there during that time? So exciting. I can see it. Being an artist, I can visualize it. Some of the paintings behind me of some of the Buffalo Soldiers that you see behind me, that history is what we do and what we talk about.
Your art, and not only your art, but your writing is keeping not only the history alive, but these individuals alive.
Yes, not only keeping it alive, but it's keeping it alive for our youth. Our youth, because we're going to move on. We're going to move on. But who is going to carry it on after we're gone? So we have to tell this story to our youth, tell them this story, and let them grow up and see somebody like myself and others like me that are doing it and preserving it, that history. And this brush I've used for many paintings. Just a simple brush, just a 2-inch brush. And it's walked a lot with me. I've used it many times throughout my journey. That brush right there has done many things. And I take care of it because why? That's my tool. Here's my canvas. We're going to walk with this white canvas right here. It's a white canvas. And we're going to do a little bit of an abstract as we walk here. Very seldom I use black. Why? Because black, it's not the color that I want. I want a color that's got something else mixed in it that excites me. And I'm going to use a color that's Payne's gray which is kind of a combination. It has a lot of blues in it, and it has even some browns and Payne's gray. Payne's gray, that's what it is. I use the Liquitex paint, which I've used for many years because it's a nice quality paint. All right, let's walk with some real time here. And this is one color. So why I say Payne's gray, because Payne's gray has the colors in it that I like, as far as it has a blue tone in it, it has a brown tone in it, and it also looks like it's black. So why is that? Because you're talking about the South. You know, the South has a lot of history. It has a lot of development with the people of color. You know, we've done a lot with developing the South and what it is and why it is. A lot of the architecture, construction that we see was built on the man of color's back. Now there's that Payne's gray right there. Look at that beautiful color. Wow, man. So we're walking with just that one color. That's beautiful.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Boy, look at that. Never thought that I'd have pieces in the collection of two presidents of the United States.
Oh, you a bad man, Mr. Wright.
Oh, yes, sir. You're right. You're right. You're right. Because you said it. I didn't say it. You said it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for the interview, Mr. Wright. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Thank
I
you
appreciate
so much.
you so much.
I appreciate it.
And
Thank you. And good luck. And good luck with
forward to seeing it.
Yes, sir. Good luck with the Buffalo Soldiers piece.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.